Assalamu alaikum. Hello my dear students. How are you getting on? I hope you are spending a very busy time with your study. Welcome to my class. It's me, Nazma Sultana, lecturer, Department of English, Marston College. Students, the content of today's video class is gap filling activities. You know that in your syllabus there are two types of gap filling. One is fill in the blanks with clues and another is fill in the blanks without clues. In with clues, you will get words from where you have to choose suitable words. But in without clues, you won't get any words. Our today's topic is first one. I mean gap filling with clues. If you have good control over grammar, you can use right word in a right place rightly. If you have not that, it can be seen that word is right or gap is right, but your using is incorrect. Then you will get no marks. So, to fill in the gaps, you have to follow some rules. In the case of gap filling, it's often seen that you try to answer without paying attention to any rules and regulations, which is completely wrong method. If you try to follow the rules a little more carefully, you can get a very good marks here. There are huge rules of gap filling, but today I'll teach you some important rules which often come to the test. So let's see the rules. But before starting, you must keep a copy and a pen with you, and you will write the rules besides watching the video.
Dear students, in filling the gaps, if you want to get a good marks in this item, you have to know about preposition articles and parts of speech properly. You will get this item in question number 1 and you will get 0.5 for each gap. There will be 10 gaps and for each gap you will get 0.5 and in total 5 marks. Rule number 1. Articles, adverb plus adjective plus noun. Dear students, if there is an article before the gap, we can follow this sequence of parts of speech. Adverb plus adjective plus noun. You have to use an adverb or adjective according to the meaning of the sentence. Here we can see an example. An honest man is respected by all. Here you can see that we have used article an, and after that honest, this is an adjective, and after that we have used here a noun. So another example is this is a very nice pen. So according to the rules, here we can get an article, there an adverb and adjective and pen. So dear students, if there is a gap before the noun, that time we have to use an adjective or adverb. Okay, so let's see the rule number 2. Articles a and the plus adverb plus adjective plus verb plus ing, verb plus ing, or past participle form of verb plus noun. Dear students, if there is an article or adjective or adverb before the gap and noun after the gap, that time we have to use present participle form or past participle form of verb. Here we can see an example. I saw a very nice colored sari at New Market. Dear student, you can see that here nice, a very nice article. Very is an adverb, nice is an adjective, and colored here is past participle form of verb. And you can also see that after this word here, sorry is a noun. Okay, dear student. Okay. Rule number 3, possessive. My, our, your, his, her, their. These words are possessive. And after possessive, we have to use noun. Okay? After, you always remember then if there is a possessive before the gap, then there will be a noun. When we do fill in the blank, we will check in the box that if there is a noun consistent with the meaning, then we will answer. So here is an example. Her brother is an engineer. Her is a possessive pronoun, and after that we have used noun brother. Okay. Rule number 4. Have, has, had. If we get have, has, had as a main verb in a sentence, that time after have, has, had, we have to use a noun. We can see an example. He has strength to carry the load. Here, has is a main verb. That's why we have used here noun strength. Okay, but if we get have, has, had as an auxiliary verb, that time we have to use the past participle form of main verb. Okay, the example is he has done the work. Here, has is an auxiliary verb. That's why we have used past participle form of main verb. Dear students, is it clear to you? Okay, we can go to the next rule. Rule 5. Look, remain, become, smell, feel, sound. If there are these verbs before the gap, there will be an adjective or adverb in place of gap. If we'll get any adverb or adjective in the box, then we will put it in the blank and see if it matches, then we will use that there. Okay, we can see an example. She looks beautiful. Here we use looks. That's why we have to use an adjective in place of gap. Another one is he feels well. If there is any gap after feels, that time we can use adverb. Rule number 6. If there is any gap after preposition, we will use noun or pronoun in place of gap. So we will notice that when we get a preposition here, the pronoun or noun can sit after it. Otherwise, we'll remember the opposite. That is, the preposition can sit before the noun or pronoun. So you can see an example. He is confined in jail. Here you can see that in is a preposition, and that's why after preposition we have used a noun. Jail is a noun. Another example is you can rely on him. Here on is a preposition. That's why sentence we use here a pronoun. Here students. Okay, next rule. Rule number 7. If there is if there is am, is, or was, were used as a main verb before the gap, that time we have to use an adjective in place of gap. We can see an example. He is kind. Here is here. Here is a main verb. That's why we used an adjective here. But if am, is, are, was, were used as an auxiliary verb, that time we have to use verb plus ing or past participle form of verb. Of course, it will be consistent with the meaning. So you can see an example. He is running. He is running. Here we have used ing with the verb. And the next one is the letter is written by Musa. This is a passive voice. That's why we used past participle form of verb after auxiliary verb. Clear, students?
Students, when you go to answer gap filling, that time you make mistakes for two reasons. Either you choose wrong words or fail to understand the meaning, or you choose correct words but fail to use them grammatically. So, to have a good control over the meaning of the words and context as well as grammatical accuracy are very important for gap filling. So, let's see the rest of the rules.
Rule number 8. The plus noun plus of plus noun. So, if there is a gap before noun of noun, then we have to use definite article the. We can see an example. The purpose of education is to remove darkness. Students, you can see that purpose of education, it is noun of noun. And before that, we can see that the is a definite article. Okay, the definite article the. Okay, have you understood, dear students? Okay, the next number is 9. Modals. You know, there are 13 modals. Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, need, dare, ought to, used to. And after modals, we have to use present form of verb. Here is an example. He can write the letter. Can is a modal auxiliary, and after that, write. This is the present form of verb. Okay, but if modals and after that there will be, that time we have to use past participle form of verb or adjective. See an example. The work can be done by him. Here, after can be, we have used past participle form of verb. Another one is she may be happy. Here we have used an adverb, adjective. Okay, happy is an adjective. Okay, have you got it, students? Okay, now rule number 10. The plus superlative form of adjective plus noun. Dear students, if there is a gap, after the definite article, then noun after the gap, we have to use superlative form of adjective in place of gap. Okay, he is the richest man in the locality. Here you can see that the is a definite article and richest. After that, after the we have used an adjective, superlative form of adjective. Okay, and after that we got a noun. Okay, rule number 11. Subject plus adverb plus verb. If there is a gap between subject and verb, that time the verb in a subject and the verb in a sentence, the adverb will be in the gap. Okay, he is now going to school. Here, he is subject and going is a verb, and in the middle, we have used an adverb. He often goes there. He is subject and often adverb and goes main verb. Rule number 12. Correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are as, so, so, that, either or, neither nor, both and, to, not only, but also. Dear students, you have to know the correlatives and you must remember these correlatives. Okay, We can see an example using the correlatives. The sum is too difficult to solve. If you see here 2, that time if you know that about the correlatives, that time you can guess that here you have to use 2. Or in a sentence there is a both, that time you can guess there will be and in the answer. Okay, so you have to remember the correlative conjunctions. Rule number 13, subject plus verb plus a plus noun plus preposition. If there is an article before the gap and a preposition after the gap, then we will use a noun in place of gap. We can see an example. She has drawn a picture for me. Here you can see then the A is an article, and after picture we can see a preposition, and picture is a noun. Okay, clear, student? Okay. Rule number 14, and and this one is last rule. Some, any, few, a few, little, a little, many, more, much, only, every, each, no. When you use these, when you got this, get in these words in a sentence, and there will be a gap after these words, that time we have to use a noun. Okay, after these words there always will be a noun, so you have to remember the rules. Okay, let's see an example. He has done many jobs. Here many, as we learned that after these words we have to use noun, that's why we have used here noun, jobs. Okay, dear students, now we'll solve two board questions. First one has taken from Kumila Board 2020. Before starting, before answering this part, we'll read the instruction. Fill in the blanks with the words from the list. You may need to change the forms of the words. You may need to use one word more than once. Students, if you need, you can change the forms of the words and you can use one word more than once. The given words are dull, the, success, both, victory, if, continuous, in, keen, easily. So, students, before answering, we'll read this part. Okay. Without effort, there can be no dash in life. Life loses its interest, dash, there is no struggle. Games become dash if there is no competition, dash them. And if the result can be dash foreseen. So, first one is without effort, there can be no dash in life. Students, no is an adjective. And we know that after adjective, there will be a noun. Then we will find out a noun from the box. Find out a noun from the box. So according to the meaning, the noun is success. So the answer is success. Okay. Life loses its interest, dash, there is no struggle. Here is a subordinate clause. So according to meaning, we can use here if. Okay. So the answer is if. Games become dash if there is no competition, dash them. Students, there will be an adjective. Here will be an adjective. Okay. After linking verbs. Here, do you know what are the linking verbs? Yes. Am, is, are, was, were, seen, appear, look, become, etc. are linking verbs. So here you can see that become is a linking verb, and after that we have to use an adjective. So the answer is dull if there is no competition in them, and if the result can be dash foreseen. Student, you know that adverb is used in between auxiliary verb and main verb. So here we have to use an adverb. So we can see the box. Okay, easily. Here we can get an adverb. That one is easily. So the answer is easily. No matter we win the game or lose it, the dash, the contest, the greater the interest. Students, as we have seen that there is a comparative form of adjective in the sentence. That's why we can use comparative form of adjective here. Okay, so the answer is keener. Dash a dash is not real triumph unless dash the sides are equally dash. So you know that after article we have to use a noun. So the answer is victory. Okay, a victory is not real triumph unless both the sides are equally what? Can you guess, dear student? Yes, you are absolutely right. The answer is strong. Whether we like it or not, life is a dash competitive examination. So rest the rest of the word is continuous. So the answer is continuous competitive exam. So you can go now the next board. This one has taken from Chattogram board 2020. The words are think, positive, arise, hinder, normal, avoid, mainly, hamper, cause, and the last one is prosperity. Student politics dash the normal progress of a student. It brings dash to a few but dash harm to many. Because of student politics, dash administration of a college or university is dash. So the first line is student politics dash the normal progress of a student. So student, can you guess what will be the answer? Yes, you are absolutely right. The answer is hinders. But students, can you tell me why you use here s? Yes, I know, you know that. If the subject third person singular number and in the sentence is in present form, that time we have to use s or es with the main verb. Okay, it brings dash to a few but dash harm to many. Students, here we can see that it is a subject brings verb and then we have to use an object and the object is noun. So the answer is prosperity. It brings prosperity to a few but causes harm to many. Because of student politics, dash administration of a college or university is dash. Students, here you can see that administration is a noun. Okay, so before noun, we have to use an adjective. So the answer is normal. Normal administration of a college or university is here is after that we have to use a main verb, past participle form of main verb. So the answer is hampered. Because of student politics, normal administration of a college or university is hampered. As a result, there dash session jam. So what will happen? As a result, there arises session jam. For this problem of campus student politics is dash responsible. Here you can see that responsible to modify the adjective students here responsible is an adjective and to modify this adjective we have to use an adverb. Okay, here The adverb is mainly. Okay, student politics is mainly responsible. So we should dash the necessity of student politics. Well, we should think the necessity of student politics. Okay, you know that after modal auxiliary, we have to use present form of base form of verb. We have to use the present form of verb. Either we should dash student politics, or we should bring about a dash change in the sector. So either we should, like H number, we have to use here verb, and the verb will be in present form. Okay, so we should avoid student politics, or we should bring about a what type of change? Yes, you're absolutely right. Positive change in this sector. So students will practice more words.
Dear students, there is a proverb that practice makes a man perfect. If you know the rules but don't practice them, it will not help you. So you must practice more and more to evaluate yourself. Now I'm going to finish my class for today. Inshallah, I'll come up with a new topic in other day. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.